What's going on, y'all? It's JD Pakel. Today on the Hard Count, is Caleb Williams going with Lincoln Riley to USC? We will discuss next. Welcome into CFB with JD, the People's Channel for all things college football content on YouTube. Everything that you want to talk about, we're talking about right here. You drive the show. Armstrong Sims, Jack McKenzie, they in fact do the heavy lifting. They're yoked. You should see them. Okay, so listen, Lincoln Riley, he's gone. He said bye-bye to Oklahoma. He's going to USC to coach the Trojans. And things are getting a little bit interesting in college football right now because the early signing day, coaches are leaving earlier. But also, guess what? The transfer portal is looking a little bit wider for a lot of these guys, especially in Oklahoma. And the NCAA made an interesting tweak, a couple months ago now, where they said, hey, one-time transfer, you're good. You get a one-time free pass, but that's it. So essentially, you got a team full of guys at Oklahoma that for the most part have free agency. Jaden Hazelwood, already in the portal. Spencer Rattler, already in the portal. Don't know if he's necessarily following Lincoln Riley. Probably another video for another time. We actually did a video on Spencer Rattler transferring, so go check that out on the channel. But the question that everybody is asking in Norman right now is, we lost our head coach. Are we going to lose our star quarterback to Caleb Williams? If you don't know who he is, get out from under your rock, read a newspaper, go on Google, check him out because he's been absolutely balling this year. The young true freshman from Washington, D.C., followed Lincoln Riley at the hip to Oklahoma. The rumor was he was going to be at Oklahoma to follow Lincoln Riley no matter what because they had a quarterback by the name of Brock Vandagriff who was originally committed to Oklahoma. So they didn't have a quarterback spot. So like I said, Caleb Williams, he's like, that's fine. Don't pay for my school. I'll walk on. I'll earn a scholarship. It don't matter. And so essentially, Brock Vandagriff eventually made a different decision. Caleb Williams is your quarterback scholarship for OU. But he put out a tweet the other day, I guess, when the news broke. It was November 28th, about his thoughts, or I guess just a message essentially to Lincoln Riley and Sumer Nation. It said as follows, at Caleb CSW, Caleb Williams, blue check mark and all. He says, quote, I appreciate all the concerns about the situation, but I am also happy for Coach Riley, Mama Riley, Sloan, and Stella for the huge opportunity ahead. That's all I plan to say right now. Exclamation mark, Caleb. Hashtag boomer. Couple things to take away. It's great he's happy for his head coach. The thing that reads most loudly to me is that's all I plan to say right now. Exclamation mark. Meaning, Caleb, it sounds like you got something to say at a later date. Right now implies that you're going to say something later. Finished it with hashtag boomer, so maybe that makes you feel a little bit better if you're an Oklahoma Sooner fan. But I can't get my mind around the idea that Caleb Williams is going to stay in Norman if you get a defensive-minded head coach in there. Like, Caleb Williams, he's not stupid. He knows his future is to make a whole lot of money at the next level playing professional football for one of 32 franchises. He knows that. So what is he going to do? Come in and run the power I offense for someone? No, of course not. You know the reason why he went with Lincoln Riley in the first place was to be a first-round draft pick. That was his ticket. He didn't commit to Norman, Oklahoma because he's been a fan there his whole life. I actually don't know if he's been a fan there his whole life, but he wasn't growing up in Oklahoma. He wasn't growing up in Texas. Kid's from the nation's capital. Kid went to Gonzaga Prep. He's not growing up in Sooner country and just a Sooner his whole life. What he is, though, is very smart in following his meal ticket in Lincoln Riley to where he wants to be, to get him to where he wants to go. So, you're telling me if I'm Caleb Williams, I got a one-time ticket to go wherever I want in the country, and the man that I committed to out of high school just went to Los Angeles, California, a.k.a. NIL Central? Is this really a discussion that we have to have? Now, the thing that could be interesting, you bring in someone like Cliff Kingsbury, you bring in someone like Eric Bieniemy, guys with NFL pedigree, offensive-minded coaches. We already did a video on that, so go check it out on the channel for potential Oklahoma's next head coach. Take a look at that. That could be a situation where I see it's someone that's appealing enough to Caleb Williams to keep him at OU because you essentially accomplish the same thing. You get to stay at Oklahoma. Don't have to uproot your entire life to Southern California, which there are worse things to do moving to Southern California. You're able to stay in the place where you're comfortable at this point after 1 year of college, and you're able to play under someone that knows how to get you to the next level. So for Oklahoma, you better be real strategic with this hire and evaluate what's important to you. Because if what's important to you is to keep Caleb Williams on your roster, I would advise you very strongly to hire an offensive-minded coach. Even more so, maybe you hire someone with an NFL pedigree like the guys I just named. Brent Venables is an interesting name that we also threw out. I truthfully just don't know how that would impact Caleb Williams. I think Brent Venables is a phenomenal recruiter, could maybe get Caleb Williams to stay anyway. But you would have to think Caleb Williams is evaluating all of his options right now. And this tweet, he could have tweeted out a lot of things. Could have tweeted out a lot of things and said, hey, Coach Riley, thank you for everything. I'm very happy in Oklahoma. I'll be staying with Oklahoma. Would that have been a little bit weird that he's already announcing his status of staying at Oklahoma? Maybe. But you can't pretend like this isn't on everybody's mind in Norman right now. So in summary, Caleb Williams, do what's best for you. Do what's best for you because every other adult in your life seems to be doing that with Lincoln Riley leaving, Alex Grinch leaving. It's a business. As much as we want to glorify the college game for being so pure, which I think it is more pure than the NFL, but the way the game is trending, NIL, coaches leaving earlier, like these people are doing what's best for them. And college football is a business. So Caleb Williams, if it's the best business decision to go to USC, to follow your guide to get the highest round draft pick you can, by all means, head west, young man. That's it for us here at The Hard Count. We're going to keep the party rolling. Subscribe to the channel. We're doing one nearly every single day. We will see y'all next time.